Been getting a lot of comments on the Discord and even live on stream on Twitch. You can look below in the description. I believe there should be a link to it somewhere. If there isn't, let me know in the comments. I'll make sure that there is. That even though we've been winning a ton of matches, in fact, the only loss we have suffered so far all year long as we move into the month of December was against Napoli in the Champions League, but it was a game in which we were dominated. One of the things that we have been doing is scoring a lot of goals, but as far as possession is concerned, as far as actually controlling the game, yeah, not so much. So we've made some tactical tweaks. We've got Lyon coming up in the league and an old team of ours in the Champions League as we take on FC Porto. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back and all of that. This is episode number 146 of Bottom to the Top. I am Mr. Cellophane. I hope you are enjoying your day off if you're here in the States. Otherwise, happy Monday around the world. 15 matches have been played in the Ligue schedule. We are still 12-3-0, sitting on top of the table on 39 points. Ran hot on our heels, just the one loss. We did draw them. We'll talk about that in just a minute. On 36 points, 33 points for Marseille. Toulouse rolling out the top four with 29. Looking at our schedule, where we have come since our last episode, the 4-2 win over Toulouse, the 1-1 draw against Marseille. We bounced back with a 1-0 victory, a 22nd minute goal by Iñaki, all we needed to knock off PSV Eindhoven on the road in the Champions League. We then came home, and yeah, it was 2-2. We led 2-0 at the half, and this is really what started to lead me to think that we need to do something different, specifically in the Champions League, but also against the tougher competition in Ligue 1. We had first half goals by Gershke Akar and Lahorai Laribi to give us a nice comfortable lead in the locker room, but Jesus Sanchez and Tassiano Correa in 3 minutes upset the apple cart, ended up tying things up at 2, and that is where we stood after full time against our old bogey team in Rennes. Got a bit easier after that at home against Lorient. We took a 3-0 lead into the locker room. Ended up 7-0, a hat trick by Iñaki, a pair of goals for Il LeBlanc. Damiano Diana scored, so did Glenn Oyvind Christensen. So pretty good appearances by all around, but as you can even see here, again, before we made the changes, only 35% possession against the team at the bottom of the Ligue 1 table. So we did make those necessary changes, and as you can see, they paid dividends just slightly over half, so we're still getting used to it. 51% possession, 14 shots on goal to 6 over Barcelona, 4-1 your final score. We led 2-0 at the half after a first half brace by Gershke Akar. Dmitry Tarasenko, Il LeBlanc adding goals later on, so we remain in the top 8 of the Champions League. We will check that table in just a minute, and then we followed that up on the road in the league with a 4-0 victory over Nice. 68% of the possession. I think it's starting to work. We did rotate our squad a little bit. A pair of goals for Danny Miller, including scoring in the first minute. Iñaki and Pietro Baldassare also chipped in 1 goal apiece for a very easy win for us when all is said and done. I promise you, Champions League, we currently are 4th on the table, just 1 point behind Manchester United, and just behind on goal difference behind Bayern and Real Madrid. Valencia, Napoli, Monaco, who we take on a little bit later in this Champions League group stage season, and Inter rounding out the top 8. 1 more victory, I believe we should fairly easily secure a place in the knockout rounds. 2 more. We still have 3 matches left. So if we win 2 of the 3, we should make it through to the round of 16, if I have done my math correctly. This all leads us to a battle with 7th place Lyon at the Parc des Princes. We are going to be at home for this one. Kim Seon-il will be in goal. Brunelli, White, Tarasenko, and Aimore manning the back line. With Ventura and Gershkins in the midfield, the wingers will be Baldassare and Lahorai Laribi, and our strikers Iñaki and Gershke Akar, each with 15 goals apiece so far on the season. Yes, we've played 15 matches plus whatever in the Champions League. We haven't gotten into the Cup yet. That will be coming up in early January. But 15 goals each, not too bad. A bit drizzly in Paris as we look to add to our unbeaten streak, run it to a grand total of 16 in Ligue 1. Hopefully we can do that against the Lyon side that isn't performing as well as I think they would like. Not a great corner, to be honest with you, but Baldassare will track that down. He'll carry it up that right side. Now, he's normally a left winger, so he's slightly out of the position, playing it back for Laharai Laribi. It's off of Gershke Akar and then off of the goalkeeper. Played along near the byline. Laribi turns, tries to cross, and Puch will block that one. It will go out for a PSG throw. Now, Rennes, Marseille, each with a game in hand on us after this match. Baldassare playing it into the middle, but it's picked off by Lyon. The goalkeeper sending it long, only as far as Aimore, trying to throw it across to Baldassare, but nodded down toward Ventura. He'll play it through to Iñaki. Iñaki in the box. Baldassare all the way across. Gershkins with the drive and the goal. 4th goal of the season for Stain. Gershkins, another assist for Pietro Baldassare, and PSG within the first 5 has taken a 1-0 lead. This is what happens when you just put the pressure on. Even though Lyon has managed to clear it a couple of times, PSG in position to just recycle it back forward. Stain Gershkins makes them pay, beating Ellis Bishasari for the first goal of the match. 4 shots on goal make that 5 for PSG, none for Lyon, but they will have an opportunity here with the corner kick. Cherki to take it from the far side. He'll send it in near post, finds Labail, but he is not going to get enough on that header, at least not positionally. The trajectory just a bit off. It's going to go out for a goal kick. Tarasenko in control. Up the far side, Aimore. He's got Laribi moving it in field. Laribi still with it through the midfield circle. Iñaki. Baldassare wide open on that left wing side. Baldassare plays it across. Gershke Akar shoots and scores for his 16th of the year. Beautiful attack by PSG. What control? I mean, not the less direct passing we were looking for. I mean, there were some pretty long attempts here. That Baldassare pass splits 2 defenders, gets past another one, right onto the feet of Gershke Akar at the edge of the 6-yard box to give PSG a 2-0 lead and us a 6-point advantage over Rennes on the table. If we can keep 6 points or even the 3 for as long as possible, I think we're going to be in very good shape as we move forward into the second half of this season. We're here in early December. It's Lyon, and we've got Champions League football against Porto. That is coming up. But right now, Guinchard in control, loses it to Cesar Ventura. We'll just play it back for Brunelli, hanging on to it. Baldassare, lots of traffic around him, into the middle for Akar, playing it forward. He's got Iñaki behind the defense, who tries to chip the goalkeeper. He does, but he unfortunately unable to get that one on target. So 2-0 remains your score. Golden chance for Iñaki. Nice cutoff by White. Baldassare will play that out. Akar will get it. Coming back for it. Drops it for Laribi, who will move it to his left. Iñaki to the left. Baldassare. Baldassare carrying it forward. He's got a trailer in Brunelli. Baldassare still with it. Sending it back post. Gershke Akar on. And did that get tipped wide? No, he just could not tuck that in the far post. And it will be a goal kick for Lyon. 14-3, your shots on goal. We've enjoyed 66% possession. And hopefully, if you're out there watching, hopefully this is what you meant by controlling the game just that little bit more. Right now, PSG in the catbird seat. And now we're underperforming our XG, which has happened a couple of times this year. It means we're getting a ton of shots on goal, just not really being able to take advantage. I mean, I'm not sitting here mansplaining XG to you, but typically we are on the other side of that number. Baldassare, what a nice move, and he clatters it off of the frame of the goal. Or did the goalkeeper get that? I think the goalkeeper made that save. Either way, it's going to be a corner for PSG. Gershke Akar looking to deliver in the middle. Iñaki can't get his head over that one, and it's a goal kick for Lyon. Just played about 55 minutes in this match. Lyon just with a single shot on target. So far, we've managed 8. So once again, we are making a goalkeeper look world-class, although we have, to be fair, beat him twice. Gershkins for Laribi in the box. Cañadas knocking it down. And Morey getting back from Gershkins, looking for Baldassare along the far post. Ventura tripped off of the ball, and Saidi will carry it forward as the counterattack is on for Lyon. Unable to control, though. Brunelli into the middle. Gershkins can't get there. Kose will win it. Played for Cherki, up for Saidi. Tarasenko slides to block it. Kause in on Kim Seon-il, who is able to make quite the save and it will lead to another Lyon corner. Outswinger this time as Cherki will take it from the far side. It's raining a little bit more heavily now than it was before. Iñaki can't clear it outside the box, but the return ball is played easily on Kim Seon-il, and he will just get it started very quickly as he plays it out to Dmitro Tarasenko. Taken deep. Push looking to clear. Ventura heading it back toward Tarasenko. The back four of PSG set up at the midfield line. Imore through to Akar. Quick pass outside. Laribi looks in the middle. Iñaki heads it on. That one clatters off the woodwork for sure. Second time we have hit the woodwork in this match. We are just getting a little bit unlucky, but Brunelli with the final third throw-in as we will look to get some fresh legs, I believe, out on the pitch. Ventura playing it across. Can't pick out Laribi. Push getting it back, throwing it forward. Tarasenko nodding it down for Imore. Imore the right back for Tarasenko. Does a little dribbling, sending it deep. Getting under it is Laribi into the middle. Gershke Akar dropping it back. Staying Gershkins wide for Laribi. Heavy touch gets it back. Iñaki will play it out for Ventura. Ventura moving it in, shooting, and just missing wide. It will be a goal kick for Lyon. We are going to some of our bigger players. Laribi is going to come out in place of Danny Miller. We want to keep everyone as fresh as possible with the Porto match coming up. Jack Anderson, I should say, is going to come in at right back, and Gershke Akar will be replaced by Il LeBlanc. So a triple change with just over 15 minutes remaining in this match. PSG in control, 2-0, 71% of the ball. We've completed 90% of our passes. Ventura getting it started. Anderson on. That hit the crossbar and cleared by Lyon. Frame of the goal has been the best goalkeeper so far in this match. Anderson will nod it back down to White, the 20-year-old, playing very well for us. Gershkin's getting it for Ventura. He'll just hold up play for a bit. White is there. I don't know if I want to do anything to change the tactic, try to, waste time, do any of those like defensive-y type things, because that never really seems to work for us. Iñaki playing it into the middle, settling on my Gershkins before feeding it wide for Miller. Miller is in. He'll shoot and miss that absolutely wide. It was pretty much one-on-one with Basari, but he did have a defender kind of hanging out right next to him, but not really troubling him all that much. But sadly, unable to find the target. We've played 89 minutes, or just about. Keiki in control, up for Sar. Sar working on a yellow card, feeding it up the right wing to Caragol, dropping it for Berger. The ball now in control, double team, so he will shoot it all the way back to Bishasari. Keiki trying to back pass to Bishasari, and Iñaki gets there first. Bishasari, with a great defensive play, will come on out and knock it into touch for a throw-in. I seriously thought Iñaki was going to win that battle, which he did. He got there first. But Bishasari stayed with him and played some excellent defense to hold on to a 2-0 PSG victory. Not too bad. I've been saying that a lot. Not too bad. 3 wins in a row. Well, more than 3 wins in a row. We've actually gone unbeaten in 16. Baldassari named your man of the match. With 15th place, Auxerre, newly promoted Auxerre, coming up next in the league. No real reason to save any players for that matchup. Now, we do have a couple of injuries that we do need to speak of. Jens Sorensen, our backup goalkeeper, is injured for this match. He's actually out with the flu. Danny Miller picked up a twisted ankle. He's going to be out for about the next 2 or 3 weeks. So some changes on the bench, but no changes on the pitch. It's going to be Kim Seon-il in goal with Brunelli, White, Tarasenko, Imore, Ventura, Gershkins, Baldassari, Iñaki, Akar, and Laribi. Same lineup that just absolutely kicked the crap out of Nice. It is admittedly not easy to go home again, and here we are finding ourselves taking on FC Porto for the second consecutive season in the Champions League. We are in Portugal, so we are the road team in our dark kits. Porto in the blue and white stripes with the blue shorts. Gershke Akar also acquired this season, last season from FC Porto when we first joined PSG. Hopefully he can score against his old team. Hopefully we can just get off to a very strong early commanding start. Armando trying to make that difficult, but Kim Seon-il cuts off the angle, and Brunelli will force that behind for a Porto corner. We have played just about 9 minutes in. Florian Delorme, former PSG player, now playing for the Portuguese side, sending in the corner, but to no avail. Right now, as things stands, we are in second place on the table. Man United on 14 points. If we do happen to take the lead, we will go to the top of the Champions League table, pending the result of the Bayern matchup earlier. But yet another highlight for Porto. Fernandes will carry it in, moves through an empty pocket in the midfield, looking for Delorme up that left wing side, dropping it back. Vanderlaan in, and Kim Seon-il saving it on Fernandes for the second time. I don't know if it was for Fernandes the first time, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. He'll just roll it out to Dmitro Tarasenko. That's the new instruction we have. One of the reasons we're able to control possession is we do start back from our defense. But it's fed forward quickly to Gershke Akar in the middle, Iñaki. Akar once again up the right wing. Laribi in the box, feeding Stain Gershkins, who puts it past the diving Hussein for his 5th goal of the year. Lahurai Laribi with the assist. And after 24 minutes, it's Porto 0, PSG 1. And even though we have kind of slowed things down, we've kept the tempo up quite a bit. But we are looking to possess the ball more. Good give and go between Laribi and Iñaki. And then finally feeding Stain Gershkins, charging up from the midfield for the early PSG goal. And there you are, looking at that live table. We are at the top. Man U with a plus 17 goal difference, so we need to stay ahead of them on points. Iñaki in control in the midfield. Feeds it wide once again for Laribi. Bit of a heavy touch, but he's able to catch up to it. Laribi for Stain Gershkins, knocked away by Richards. The whistle has been blown. I believe a penalty is called. Now, to be fair, I'm gonna say this. Even though I want us to get the penalty and I want us to win the match and score as many goals as possible, that looked, to my eye, to be a clean tackle. But we'll take the penalty. Although Stain Gershkins to take it. He's only 1 out of 3 so far. Make that 2 out of 4. Stain Gershkins delivering on the penalty, his 6th goal of the year. PSG with a 2-0 lead. This is the kind of match that I was talking about, that we need to find a way to take control of. Even though Porto looked like they got off to a pretty quick start, 4 shots on goal, 4 of them on target for PSG, 54% of the possession. So not as dominant as we were in the last match against Lyon. Did I say Nice? I meant Lyon. I kept thinking of that score against Nice in my head, which was pretty sweet before we started the video. Delorme trying to chip it toward Armando, but Gershkins is going to slide out and head it deep. Armando, though, able to track it down. Up for Florian Delorme. Finds Martins, and Martins tucks it inside the post for his 3rd goal of the year to cut PSG's lead in half. It's Porto 1, Paris Saint-Germain 2. Off of the corner, Gershkins thought he had taken care of it, but Armando getting it back pretty quickly. Delorme, great pass across right outside the box. Martins with the one-timer, beating Kim Seon-il, moving from his left to his right. Let's see if we can get the 2-goal advantage back. Iñaki tries really hard and just a bit too strong over the crossbar. 6-5 your shots on goal in favor of PSG. 51,124 in attendance at the Estadio de Dragao. I think, isn't Porto... Were we getting a new stadium when we left, or were we adding on? I think we were adding on to the... Well, now I don't remember. I know PSG is getting a new stadium. We may need to look that up off camera. Armando to deliver a corner. Oh, and he finds Valdir Crivero, and this match is tied at 2. Porto on back-to-back, well, not back-to-back, but scoring 2 goals on 2 corner kick opportunities. This one was a bit more direct. It looks like Brunelli went up just a bit too early, mistimed his jump. So PSG is once again drawn level, but Porto looking to threaten again, but the turnover to Gershke Akar. White will play it back up. It's going to be Ventura to Akar, who will spin it back to the backline Tarasenko. Laribi challenged, but able to remain in control. Aimore for Ventura. Wide near side for Aimore, up the sideline, Laribi. Pushing it to the interior, head Gershke Akar. Knocked off by Martins, and here's Fernandes the other way. Armando with it. Armando playing a little bit more wide to the right than we played him when we were in charge. He was more of a actual natural striker for us. Martins, though, still able to get it out of trouble. Crivero in his own end has his pocket picked by Gershke Akar. Akar is a trailer if he looks for help. Akar puts it on, and Usaline able to make a huge save. Iñaki was charging up. Akar, maybe if he showed a little bit more patience, would have been able to feed the 6'5" striker to his left, but sadly unable to do so as the ball is headed clear. Hulvid able to overtake Laribi. And once again, Porto making a move up. Baldassare is a little tired. Christensen is going to come in. Stain Gershkins with a pair of goals. I kind of don't want to take him off, but we could use fresh legs. Il LeBlanc will replace Lahurai Laribi. Gershke Akar will slide on out to the right wing as we make a couple of changes to our forward attack. Christensen is now our left wing. Akar now on the right. And Il LeBlanc coming in at striker. We're even going to go a little bit more attacking as we have a corner kick late on. Akar. Cravario clears it, but Gershkin's tracking it down. Akar in the box, chipping it in the middle. Il LeBlanc easily pokes it home. 3-2 PSG. Now I feel a little bad. I feel a little bad that Akar just, come on, he puts it right through the defender's legs. Roldan could not do anything, and all Il LeBlanc needed to do was stick out his right foot and put that one home. 5 minutes of added time are going to expire, and once again, PSG is going to be victorious in the Champions League, 4-0-1 in the competition. 5-0-1 in the competition, 15 points to sit on the top of yet another table. Well, we have qualified at least for the knockouts in the Champions League. We've been drawn against Red Star in the 9th round of the Coupe de France. That competition is going to kick off in about 4 weeks' time, and we sit with a 6-point lead on top of Ligue 1 after 16 matches, and I'm feeling like this year we are sitting pretty. We got Man City and Cannes to wrap up our play in the Champions League and the month of January, just before the transfer window slams shut. Will we be making any moves? I don't know. We are creeping up on 100 subscribers on this YouTube channel. Thank you very much all for your support. If you have not subscribed already, please do so. You should be able to do right down there at some point in the very near future. Thank you very much for joining me. Have a very happy rest of your Monday. Take care. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.